So it's Saleh Jaidi from Oz Arab Media and Love of the Game Australia. I'm here with the main man, the founder of Gotcha4Life. Can you tell us what Gotcha4Life is all about?
Yeah, I lost a friend of mine, took his own life, and for many, many years I did nothing about it. And then eventually one morning on Triple M, I was doing the grill team with Matty Johns and Mark Geyer, and I just went, I'm going to talk about my friend. And well, what happened after that was 90 minutes of people calling into Triple M and saying, me too, I've got a story. And it made me realise how many people worry alone. So I started thinking about a TV show, which we did, called Man Up, and that really challenged masculinity and why we lose so many blokes to suicide. And then Gotcha4Life was started, and we're in our 9th year. We've raised just over $20 million, and we give that to anyone that works in suicide prevention, because we still lose 7 blokes a day every day, 2 women every day, and every 8 minutes someone attempts. Yeah. So we need to be better.
Yeah, it's a great cause. I know we both do a lot of work with Gus Worland, and it's such an important message to work on your mental fitness. So I think it's great that everyone's here. I hope everyone gets their wallets out and supports in a great way.
Now, Anthony, I'll ask you, you've done this event last year also. Yep. What's the key message that you guys want to deliver to the audience?
I think, mate, it's, obviously it being about men's mental health. It's about, if you are not feeling 100%, don't wait for someone to ask you. You see more and more blokes my age going to say, hey, you know what? I think I need someone to check up on me from time to time.
How important is an event like this and Gotcha4Life mean for you?
Yeah, huge, mate. There's a huge stigma around men's mental health, and especially around footy clubs and players. I feel it's, we train hard. It's a big, strong, tough sport, but I've always been a guy that said, like, it's okay to be not okay, and I've always pushed that. I'm an emotional guy, so it's never worried me to speak out and whatever. So these events just, break down the stigma slowly, and it's just more about, I suppose, awareness, because there's probably always someone who is struggling, and an event like this can be like, look, man, it's all right to come out and get help, because holding it in doesn't do anything. Yeah. So yeah, it's good to be a part of it, mate.
Can you tell us how important sort of men's mental health is and the Gotcha4Life Foundation is to yourself?
Yeah, it's hugely important. Obviously, you work in a game where we're designed to be tough and brutal and show no weakness, but ultimately we want to support each other as well, and Gotcha4Life does that better than most.
Now, how important is Gotcha4Life and also the whole mateship aspect of men's mental health?
Yeah, well, it's unbelievable, like you take myself, I've got dementia, and I look to come to things like this today where I can mix and meet and forget about them sort of things for a while, and all people have got different problems and different things in their life. Coming to something like this or all the other events that they put on, it's amazing the job they do.
What brings you here today, especially supporting men's mental health?
Well, thank you for the question. It's always a pleasure to support charities, and that will help people in need, especially to prevent suicide, and also to assist them into overcoming the mental health that they might be facing in their lives.
What brings you to the Gotcha4Life Foundation today?
Hi, the cause is extremely important cause for men's mental health, so I'm here to support and to let men know that it's okay to speak out, and it's okay to not be okay.
And I'm going to ask you, I know this is a men's program, but there's also a lot of women out there that are going through sort of their own stresses. How do you look after your own sort of mental fitness?
I go shopping. But no, honestly, I take some time out. I try and disconnect from everyone around me. I try and do a little bit of inner peace, inner healing, to bring me inner peace, I should say.
I'm here with Christine Butters from Revesby Workers Club. And now I know you guys are a big supporter of Gotcha4Life. They actually do some work for your sort of clients. What does it mean to support such a great cause?
Like any great causes, especially in today's environment, supporting mental health for children, for adults, and especially for men, because men's mental health is very rarely talked about in our community. So anything that we can do to support those in our community is very important.
Now, how do you feel the stigma has changed on men's mental health, and do you feel like men are more open to talk about their sort of issues?
I think it's getting better. I wouldn't say they're all more open, but it's certainly getting better. It's great to see things like men's shed around, and also men's tables where men are going out for dinner and just chatting in general about their mental health. They often don't share it with their partners or with other people, but it's good to hear them talking to each other about it.
I struggled with a bit of the mental health aspect. I actually had battled depression for a few years, whole suicidal thoughts. I struggled to learn how to talk and confront that. So what message can you give to anyone that sees those indicators to actually reach out and actually help a fellow colleague?
Mate, well, look, I would say, and I'm sure Emma would agree, I tell all the young blokes at work and my children who are like in 30 and 28, if you're not exercising regularly, you're not going to feel the best. Your mental health is so aligned with your cardio health. So get yourself into the gym, get yourself out. I'm not talking about looking at the bloody sun come up or watching the river or walking along hands in hands. I'm talking about get yourself in the bloody gym, get the cardio going, get your cardio levels up. That's one way to help with your mental fitness. And like I said before, talk to somebody, get around positive people. Don't get around negative Nellies.
For me, it's always about not living life with regret. You know, there's an opportunity in front of you, and how do you make sure you get the best out of that opportunity? Doesn't matter where you take it, where it's going to take you. You know, if it turns into a career, that's great. But if it turns into you being successful in work life and family life, then that's even better as well. So for me, it's about understanding this is a great opportunity and doing everything you can to maximise that opportunity.
I reckon just talk. That's the big thing. Communicate with someone around you, your mates, your coach. That's why he's there. Your manager, your CEO. Any of them people, just go and see them. Be honest with them. That's the main thing. Honesty. Just let them know.
Yeah. And it's time to sort of man up and speak up rather than man up and shut up, which is what so many people have said. But it's not just men, it's all of us. You know, we have so many women that are out there struggling as well. So it's a real human issue, and I want all Aussies to find someone you can talk to about the important stuff.
How would people help Gotcha4Life to impact the message? How can they donate or help out?
You can head to their website. They do a lot of community events as well. If you want to learn, they run a lot of workshops. You can book, if you're a business, you can book Gus to come in as well and deliver a talk. I know he does that in a lot of footy clubs and a lot of corporates. So if you're a business owner, I think that's a great idea, because maybe individuals feel like they want to take the step, but they don't know how, or they don't have the courage. Whereas if you're doing that on behalf of your employees, I think that's a great step. So yeah, all the information is on the Gotcha4Life website. So Gus is doing a tremendous job, as Maroon said.
Now, I mentioned it previously, I actually struggled with depression. I actually tried to commit suicide myself once or twice.
Sorry, mate.
No, it's all right, because it made me stronger. What message can you give to any man that is struggling at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, to not only any man, any woman, anyone, just find someone you can talk to, whether that's a friend, a family member, a coach, a teacher, or a professional. Don't worry alone. That's the biggest thing I say to people, because we have so many dark thoughts if we don't get them out and communicate them and get advice around them. So sitting there stewing is not going to do you any good. So tell someone what's going on in your melon and let them help you get through it. Because as you said, you're stronger for it. You never thought you would. You made a decision, and how lucky you are to be here now. We don't want anyone to be sitting there alone thinking this life's better off without me. So please it's time to sort of speak up about how you feel.
Well, from Australia Media, from love of the game, man, respect what you're doing and greatly appreciate it, because it's doing great work. So thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that so much.